Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So today we're going to be learning about addition and subtraction word problems. It's part of our unit on operations awareness. So if you think back to last week, we covered addition and subtraction operations, simply going through the motions of adding and subtracting without the addition of words, okay? So these were just rote operations that you performed either manually with a piece of paper and a pencil or pen, or using a calculator, okay, with visual supports. So now we're going to go into word problems. And I know that this is often a really daunting lesson just because word problems can make us feel insecure about our math skills, but really there's no reason to feel insecure about that. So what is a word problem? A word problem is the written or word version of a math problem. Word problems are cool because it's a real-world application of one of the four main operations. So addition with the plus sign, subtraction, which is the minus sign, multiplication, which is the X sign, and division, which is a line with a dot above and a dot below. That's the division sign, okay? So don't be afraid of word problems. They're just applying it in a functional way. So if anything, word problems should be easier because you're practicing the skill in a very functional, real-world way. So when it comes to word problems, there are key terms that let us know what operation to use. So if you look at the green addition sign, there are some words located inside of it that indicate when to add. So if you see these words in a word problem, it means you need to use the plus sign. You're going to be adding two values together. Some of those words include total, join, both, all together is a big one, combine, in all, plus, increase. More often than not, less often they will say add or sum because those are direct words that mean to add. More often than not, it'll be the other words, all together, combined, join, increase. If you take a look at the blue subtraction sign, which is the minus sign, these words indicate when we will use subtraction, when we will be taking away one value from another in a word problem. Some of those words include, or words and phrases, how many more, remain, decrease, difference, less than, take away, and ER words such as fewer, shorter, farther, that indicate a comparison between two values that you have to solve for. Okay, so let's talk more about this in depth. All right, additional word problems. Like I said earlier, when we read a word problem, key math terms tell us what operations to use. And so in this problem on the page, it says the classroom needs more pencils. Frank bought 2, Sarah brought 2, and Mary brought 3. How many pencils did the children bring all together? Ooh, there's a key math term at the very end, all together. As we know from the previous visual, as well as from this slide, the word all together means I am going to use addition. I'm going to add those three values together to find out what the sum is. What is the total? So if Frank brought 2 and Sarah brought 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Mary brought 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. So the children brought 7 pencils all together to the classroom. How did I know? Well, I read the problem. I isolated the values that I would need to work with, which were 2, 2, and 3, and then I found the key math term that let me know which operation to use. In this case, altogether, which indicates addition, the plus sign. All right, so same for subtraction word problems. When you read a word problem, there's key math terms that tell you to use the subtraction operation. Some of these include take away, remain, how many more, how many left. So in this problem, it says, Robin washed 5 big juicy strawberries and Mary ate 2 of them. How many strawberries were left? There's my phrase, how many and left. This one might be a little more confusing because it doesn't say how many left, it says how many strawberries were left. So you might have to pay attention to see what the quantity or item that you're working with, but the phrase is there. How many left? How many left tells me I need to subtract. In this case, I'm going to subtract the smaller value from the larger value. So Robin washed 5 strawberries and Mary ate 2 of them. Okay, so if she ate them, they're no longer there. They've been taken away. So I know how many left tells me to subtract. 5 minus 2 is 3. That is my difference. 3 strawberries were left over. Let's look at some practice problems, okay? So I'm going to start at the top left. It says Janet has 10 trading cards. Bill borrowed 6 cards. How many cards does she have left? Here's some terms that let me know whether to add or subtract. They are bolded, so borrowed and left. When you borrow something, you take it away. And so if it asks me how many left, I know I'm going to use subtraction. Okay, so 10 minus 6 is 4. She has 4 cards left. The next one says Jordan went trick-or-treating at 14 houses in her neighborhood and 12 in Jan's neighborhood. How many houses did she visit in all? In all and are both words and phrases that indicate I am going to add. So in this case, I'm going to add 14 and 12. So 14 plus 12 is 26. They visited 26 houses in all. Claudine uncovered 14 fossils on his exhibition last year. This year he uncovered 31 fossils. How many fossils has he uncovered altogether? You guys should know, based on a previous example, that altogether tells me I need to add. I'm going to plus or combine these two values together. If I add 14 plus 31, my answer is 45. So how many fossils did he uncover altogether? 45 fossils. The last example says, Trevor brought 12 worms on his fishing trip. He used 6. How many worms does he have left now? So when they say the word used means it's no longer there, okay? It's been taken away. So used and how many indicate I am using the subtraction operation. So in this case, I'm going to subtract 6 from 12. So 12 minus 6, if I plug that into a calculator, is just 6. Trevor has 6 worms left now. Okay, so we'll go more in depth. We'll practice this. We'll practice finding the key terms that indicate which operation to use, either addition and subtraction, but it's pretty straightforward. Once you identify the key math terms, it becomes really easy to know what operation to use to solve the problem because the values are already there. You just need to figure out what to do with those values, okay? I will see you guys in your Zoom meeting later today. I hope you have an awesome day. Take care.